All right, so here we go. So sometimes it does give a false sense of there's another stream that I'm making, and so it sends out a duplicate to wherever put it out there for, and so it sent out like 3 to 4 uh, 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 streams. So that's what happened, or that's what happened just then. So, like I said, I apologize, and that's on me. I'm getting used to this right here, but I should be pretty much in. I should be able to get all this squared away. But other than that, y'all, look, my arm is killing me right now. My shoulder is killing me, so I'm not gonna be on here too long. Make sure y'all like the stream. Make sure you comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Uh, Let all my other people know that I'm back on right now. So we are back. Okay. So let everybody know. Jay, let me give me a thumbs up if you already sent out the link to Twitter to let everybody know we are back in business. But before we got crazily interrupted, let me go ahead and hit this small commercial break for a second. Be back in a minute.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shoutouts on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
All right, we back. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. All right. So first thing first, man. Look, we're gonna go ahead and get cut to the nitty gritty right here, man. We're gonna go ahead and talk about these SWAC awards presented today by the conference office. All right, we are back. What's up, Uncle Is? So as you see at the bottom, look, I got questions that need answers because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with some of these choices for player of the year, defensive player of the year, first, second team, all SWAC. I have questions that surely do need answers. So let me go ahead and get to the actual page. Let's get to the SWAC page. And I don't want the SWAC. Please don't ban me. I just want people. I just want to know what's going on. I want to know I need some answers. I need answers today. So, all right. On the men's side, first and foremost, on the men's side, the player of the year for the men's basketball season is Ken Evans from Jackson State University. To give him a round of applause right there. So, we talking about a guy that averaged, he averaged almost a little bit over 19 points a game, probably like 5-6 rebounds a game. In fact, let me go ahead and pull up his stats. I can put that up on ESPN. Mm. Shoulder is killing me. All right, stats on the season. Ken Evans averaged a little bit on under 19 points, 18.9 points a game, 5.5 rebounds a game, 2.9, almost 3 assists a game, 1.3 steals, and zero point 0.2 blocks. So he had a field goal percentage of 41%, 78% from the free throw line, and he shot 40% from 3-point range. So I'm considering I actually do like this pick for player of the year. I do say that. I also like the fact that there was some other players that was in contention for this award. I would say Tremichael Moulton. I would also say um, Raymond Raekwon Brown for Valley. Even though they only won one game, I still would have considered him for Player of the Year because he was out there balling. But Ken Evans was the most consistent player this season so far. How you doing, Miss Mary? He was the consistent player this season so far with close to 19 points a game, almost 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Now, let me get a drum roll. The defensive player of the year is Jordan O'Neal from Jackson State. Is the 2023 Defensive Player of the Year. His averages look like this, y'all. He averaged 12.7 points, so he averaged close to 13 points a game, 6 rebounds, 6.1 rebounds a game, 1.1 assists, 0.6 on steals, close to a steal a game, and 1.5 blocks a game. So Jordan O'Neal, who is pretty much an undersized power forward at 6'7", probably close to like 200 pounds. Yeah, he's about 200 pounds, 6'7", 200 pounds. Is the defensive player of the year in the SWAC. So I do not have any issues with that. And not saying because I'm a Jackson State bandwagon or a fan or a love, but other than him being injured during like the 2 games that he was out with the concussion and the leg injury, his knee, he was the most consistent player for the whole season in the conference. He was the most consistent player for the whole season in the conference. So, your offensive player of the year, your defensive player, your player of the year, your defensive player of the year reside in Jackson. So let's go. Let me go ahead and pull up these first team. First team all SWAC. In fact, I'm gonna put it up right here. Let me see. Uh, share this screen with y'all for today. Go ahead and take this off for a second. All right. So this coming from the SWAC office. Southwestern Athletic Conference announces 23-24 All SWAC men's basketball teams and individual award winners on Tuesday evening. All conference honors were voted on by the league's coaches and sports information directors. Jackson State's Ken Evans was named Player of the Year, while his fellow teammate Jordan O'Neal claimed Defensive Player of the Year accolades. Arkansas Pine Bluff, Rashard Williams was tabbed the newcomer of the year. Alabama A&M's Chad Moody was selected freshman of the year, and Grambling State's Dante Jackson was voted SWAC Coach of the Year. So Evans was one of the top scorers on the SWAC this season, averaging 18.9 points per game. He recorded his 1,000th career point earlier this season. Evans had a spectacular non-conference road outing as he recorded a double-double on the road at the end. Number 15 Gonzaga scoring 25 points and grabbed 10 rebounds. Evans concluded regular season play, ranked 6th in the league in field goal percentage at 41%. O'Neal was a key defensive presence for Jackson State Tigers men's basketball team that held opponents to 75.6 points per game, which was 6th in the SWAC. He led the conference in blocks per game with 1.5 blocks per outing. O'Neal also was a key contributor for JSU offensively, averaging 12.7 points per game. Williams has stepped in to be one of the top scorers for the Golden Lions this season, averaging 17.7 points per game, ranking him 3rd in the conference. He also ranked 7th in field goal percentage at 40%. Williams concluded regular season ranked 6th in free throw shooting percentage at 82%. Moody has played in all 31 games for Alabama A&M Bulldogs this season. He is tied for 5th on the team in scoring, averaging 6.8 points per game and shooting 50% from the floor. In addition, he is averaging 3.8 rebounds and 1.3 blocks per game, which is 2nd in the SWAC. Coach Jackson has led Grambling State to consecutive SWAC regular season championship titles. The Tigers enter the tournament as the number 1 seed after concluding regular season play with a 14-4 record in conference play. The complete list of all conference selections individual award winners can be found below. All right. We got Dante Jackson, like I said, who is the Coach of the Year, which I would say that I would give that to him. All right, so first team all SWAC is Ken Evans from Jackson State, Jeremiah Kendall from Alcorn State, PJ Henry from Texas Southern, Zion Harmon from Bethune-Cookman, and Catavius Dozier from Grambling State. Now, I do like Zion Harmon because he's a walking bucket, and PJ Henry is very consistent when it comes to his play. On the second team, Jacoby Hetty is from Bethune-Cookman. TJ Matlock from Alabama State. Colin Milton from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Tijian Dumiase from TJ Dumiase from Southern, and Rashad Williams from Pine Bluff. So those are your first and second team all SWAC players. Now, I have an issue with this. So if you are the defensive player of the year, you do not you are not on either the first or second team conference all conference team, that's an issue. That's a problem. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But that is a issue right there. Um, Jordan O'Neal should be on the all conference team, the first or second. I think he should have been on first. You the defensive player of the year. I mean, and you the second leading scorer on your team. You the second leading rebounder, and you led the league in block shots. I think you should be first team all SWAC. But hey, I don't vote for this stuff. If I did, he'd have been first team. He'd have been first team. Everybody else would have been second team. So I don't know if he gonna come in. He gonna come into the game with a chip on his shoulder, as far as not being, as far as not being selected on either first or second team. But he is the defensive player of the year in the conference, which is a good thing. That is a great thing. But I still have my reservations about that. All right. Now, let's get to the women's side, because this one is going to be real. This one is real iffy, because I have questions that need answers. All right. All right. So this is on the women's side. So they SWAC announced women's basketball postseason awards. All right. FAMU's Ariana Grizzle was named Player of the Year, while Jackson State's Angel Jackson claimed Defensive Player of the Year accolades. Previews. Prairie A&M Ryan Payne was tabbed Newcomer of the Year, and Alabama A&M Kayla Turner was selected Freshman of the Year, and Jackson State's Tamika Reed was voted SWAC Coach of the Year. Of course. All right, now let's get to it. Let's get down to it. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Grizzle was one of the top scorers in the SWAC this season, averaging 18.5 points per game, which is first in the SWAC. She had a career high 31 points versus North Florida, and tied her career high versus Alabama A&M and Texas Southern. Grizzle was also one of the most efficient scorers in the SWAC, with a 43% field goal percentage, which was third in the league. Jackson was the key defensive presence for a Jackson State Tigers women's basketball team that held opponents to the fewest points per game in conference play, which was at almost 57.3 points per game. She led the conference in blocks per game with 2.7 blocks per outing. Payne has stepped in to be one of the top scorers for the Panthers this season, averaging 16.6 points per game, ranking her third in the conference. She also ranks fourth in the field goal percentage at 42%. Payne concluded the regular season ranked first in free throw percentage at 85%. That's a good thing right there. And Turner has played in all 30 games for the Bulldogs this season. She is second on the team in scoring, averaging 11.3 points per game and shooting 34% from the floor. In addition, she is averaging 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1.4 steals per game. Reed, and that's Coach Reed. Queen Reed. Reed has led Jackson State to 5 consecutive SWAC regular season championship titles. The Tigers entered the tournament as the number 1 seed after concluding regular season play with an undefeated 18-0 conference record. So, we're going to get into it. So, as you see, Player of the Year, Ariana Grizzle from FAMU. Angel Jackson from Defensive Player of the Year, Jackson State. Ryan Payne, Prairie View. And Kayla Turner is the Freshman of the Year, Alabama A&M. All SWAC first team, Ariana Grizzle. We got Maya Crump and Tilly Bowler for Jackson State. Ryan Payne for Prairie View. And Zay Green for Arkansas Pine Bluff. On the second team, you got Karai Beck from Pine Bluff, Amaya Simmons from Alabama A&M, Destiny Brown from Alcorn, Angel Jackson from Jackson State, and Maya Pete from Arkansas Pine Bluff. All right, so here's where I say, this is where I say questions need answers, right? This is why I say questions need answers. I'm going to stop sharing this right here. And let me go ahead and get that back right here. This is why I say questions need answers. On the women's side, even though Ariana was a baller, I give her that. I would give Ariana the benefit of the doubt. I will give her kudos. I give her kudos. But you can't tell me. You can't tell me. I watch basketball. I watch both players. I watch both players. But you cannot sit here and tell me that Ariana Grizzle played a better brand of basketball than Zay Green for Pine Bluff. You can't tell me. You can't tell me. You cannot tell me that Zay Green was not even in consideration. Not even in consideration for SWAC Player of the Year on the women's side. Because like I said, questions need answers. So, of course, Grizzle scored. She, like I said, she averaged 18.5. She averaged 18.5 points per game. Zay Green averaged 16.2. But she also averaged 7.6 rebounds a game and 5.6 assists a game and 2.3 steals a game. You cannot tell me that girl right there at Pine Bluff was not even in consideration to be SWAC Women's Player of the Year. And not only that, y'all. Not only that, Pine Bluff had a better record than FAMU. Before FAMU went into conference play, y'all, FAMU was 1-10. 1-10 before they went into conference play. What's going on, Quay? We back. FAMU was 1-10 before conference play started. They go 8-10 and snuck into the tournament. Overall record is 9-20. Like I said, like I said, like I said, I got questions that need answers. And this is, you know what? My boy you and my boy Melanated, y'all said the same thing today. Zay got robbed just like Bubba got robbed in football. You cannot sit here and tell me, and I'm not doing a lot of screaming. I ain't gonna do no screaming. But you can't sit here and tell me, y'all, that Zay Green did not deserve to be in consideration for Player of the Year. I said she was going to be player. I said Zay Green going to be Player of the Year. Y'all know I'm a Jack State fan through and through. Of course, I would have want Maya Crump to be Player of the Year, but what she did was a team effort. Don't get me wrong. Pine Bluff got some players on their team that can ball. Karai Beck, Maya Pete, like they can ball. They can ball. But you can't sit here and tell me Miss Zariel Green from right here in Dallas, Texas, did not deserve to be Player of the Year. And don't get me wrong. Like I said, do not get me wrong. Y'all, do not get me wrong. Because Ariana Grizzle can ball. She can ball. Don't get me wrong. She can ball. She can ball with the best of them. But her stats was 18.5 points per game, 3.6 rebounds a game, 2.9 assists a game, and 2.3 steals a game, and a half a block a game. Now I would give it with the steals, yes, and I kind of give with the assists because she's going to have the ball in her hand. But ain't no way. There is no way in the world that Grizzle is better than Zay Green. As far as scoring wise, yes, she can put the ball in the hoop with the best of them. But Zay does everything on her team for Pine Bluff in order for them to win. And then you don't put into consideration that they did beat a SEC team earlier this season in Arkansas. First time ever in program history. Barring the fact that all the other stuff they had going on the sideline, you can scratch that. You know what I'm saying? I know Coach Story, and I know she went in there and she tried to, she nipped it in the bud. But you can't sit here and tell me. You cannot sit here and tell me that Ariana Grizzle is better than Zay Green. Now, FAMU got something to talk about now. They on their little high horse today. Well, we got the SWAC Women's Player of the Year. Cool. I give her that. I give her props. But what she did, the whole body of work for the season is not better than what Miss Green over at Pine Bluff did. I can't see it. I cannot unsee it, y'all. But another thing I had a question that he answers is that, people ask, well, Angel Jackson is the defensive player of the year in the conference. but she is on the second team. And I probably think she's on the second team because of her scoring and because of the free throws. But I think she needs to be first. She needs to be first team because of the fact that she is the defensive anchor for the Lady Tigers of Jackson State. But like I said, congratulations to all the players that got their superlative awards today. Like I said, Ken Evans deservedly so all the way around. He deserves to be Player of the Year on the men's side. Jordan O'Neal deserves to be Defensive Player of the Year on the men's side, but he also deserves to be on the. He also deserves to be on the either the first or second team. You thought who was an 80% free throw shooter? Angel Jackson's not an 80% free throw shooter. Angel Jackson shoots. Oh yeah, you are right. She is an 82.2% free throw shooter. She should be on the. She should be on first team. You are correct, Brandy. Thank you. And if they had a Six Man of the Year award, that goes to Adriana Avent. On the women's side, if they had a Sixth Woman of the Year award, that goes to Adriana Avent. Hands down. Hands down. But like I said, questions that need answers. I'm not attacking the SWAC offense. I'm not attacking none of the coaches that voted for this. I'm just wanting to get some sort of clarification. I want to get some answers to this, y'all. I want to get answers. Not answers, answers. But anyway, we'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and run this little promo from my sponsor.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically to design to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
We back again. All right, so on the MEAC side, look, they already put their superlatives out for today. On the MEAC side, on the men's side, the MEAC Men's Player of the Year is Jamari Thomas. Hands down, walking bucket, Norfolk State. Hands down, that's what he is. He's a walking bucket. Even with the little small issue they had when they played earlier, I think where was that at? Was that at Southern Illinois? I think that's had the issue at that one game where the racial epithet was being hurled around. But Jamari Thomas for Norfolk State is the MEAC Player of the Year. Coach of the Year, of course, is going to be Coach Robert Jones for Norfolk State. He get his team ready to get it done. Um, mm, so okay, so let's go ahead and get to the next topic right here, the men's basketball preview. So let me go ahead and pull this back up. All right, so let's pull this up. We got the brackets. All right, Mr. John, Mr. Emmy already want to know who gonna be the first to get got in the tournament on both sides. All right, so on the men's side, we got in the quarterfinals. You got Grambling versus Alabama State. This is a rematch from last Saturday, where Alabama State pulled out the double overtime victory over Grambling in Montgomery. So this should be a very interesting game on Wednesday. Also Wednesday, this is the first quarterfinal game at 2 o'clock. Alcorn takes on Alabama A&M. Uh, both teams are coming in on the road, especially Alcorn coming in with a 9-game winning streak to end the season. On Thursday, for the men, we got Jackson State versus Texas Southern University, and of course, this is always going to be called the Texas Southern Invitational, for the simple fact that somehow, some way, Texas Southern they get on a roll and they take the title from whoever they're playing. They just go through and breeze through and take the title away. Um, Now this is going to be a rematch from earlier, from about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, where Jackson State went to Houston to play Texas Southern, had a comfortable lead, and lost the lead and lost the game by 10 to Texas Southern. And last but not least, the 4-5 matchup is Southern versus Bethune-Cookman. That is on Thursday. Also, that's a nightcap game right there. So the last time Bethune-Cookman played Southern, Zion Harmon and those other two guards had a field day against they had a field day against Southern University. So they did go into Baton Rouge, and then they did defeat Southern University in Baton Rouge, which is a hard place to play in the SWAC, at the Clark Athletic Assembly Center. It is a hard place to play, y'all. Make sure y'all, it's 31 people in the stream. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all hit the donation button, because we got to pay for all this stuff right here to make sure I give y'all this great content. And of course, I can see if I can get back to my old streaming software. Y'all have to excuse me. My shoulder is in pain right now. I'll tell y'all that a little bit later. So if I'm moving around, that's what's going on. So in other words, the on the Thursday games can go either way, and I'll be honest with you, it can go either way. Jackson State is on a 2-game winning streak. Texas Southern ended the season on I think they ended it on a 4-game winning streak, plus with a debacle of a defeat to Prairie View this past Saturday. They are coming in with a lot of momentum and a lot of enthusiasm with their team. Southern and Bethune-Cookman can go either way, and I think for Southern they have to contain the 3 guard lineup with Bethune-Cookman, and of course y'all already know y'all gonna laugh at me. That Southside Jerry Curl gonna be on that Southside Chicago Jerry Curl. Reggie Theod's gonna be on the sideline, pacing up and down. Just letting y'all know. Just let you know. That man ain't got rid of that curl since the 80s. But just let y'all know what's going on. But I would say that I would say that it's going to be on Thursday. It's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be interesting games on Thursday. On Wednesday, barring anything possible that happens to Alabama State, I figured that Grambling will take this game, and then with Alabama A&M, I think Alcorn will come out victorious over Alabama A&M. So I just hit my guy up, Lionel, aka PV versus everybody. Y'all go check out check out his channel, man. We trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers. Um, trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Hopefully, we can get that done. That's one of them good guys right there. Um, on the women's side, let's go into the women's side of the bracket. All right, so on the women's side, we got it right here. Oh, on Wednesday, the Wednesday matchup, 11 and 5, 11 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Wednesday matchups. So you got the number 1 ranked team in the conference, the Jackson State Lady Tigers, taking on the Lady Panthers of Prairie View A&M at 5:30, and then the second seed, Coach Simmons and her Grambling State Lady Tigers take on the SWAC Women's Player of the Year, Ariana Grizzle, and the FAMU Rattlers. So their game is at 11. Starts at 11 o'clock on Wednesday. The nightcap. On Thursday, you got at 11 a.m. Southern versus Alcorn, that 3-6 matchup, which is going to be interesting. I want to see how this is because Southern snuck up on everybody last season and took the conference tournament away from Jackson State. And on the nightcap for the women's, the 4-5 matchup, Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Alabama A&M. like I said, barring all the stuff that was going on last week with the team, I feel like they're going to be more focused, laser focused on trying to get uh, to the conference finals, y'all. So now, to answer your question, Mister Emmett, who's going to be the upset? I don't know who's going to be the upset. Not on the first day. Now, I could see on the second day. I could see in the semifinals there might be some upsets. Um, on the women's side, I don't know. So the top two, the top I would say the top four will get by in the quarterfinals. Now, I would say if they don't have their ish together, I would say Pine Bluff might get upset in the quarterfinals. But I also might think that mm, Alcorn can give Southern a run for the money in on the women's side in the quarterfinals. Now on the men's side, it's going to be hard. It's kind of hard to predict. Now, like I said, Alabama State did upset Grambling in Montgomery, but this game ain't in Montgomery. It's at a neutral site. It's at Bartow Arena in Birmingham. So you got there's a lot of things that is going into this tournament uh, that you're going to see. So make sure, make sure if you want to watch the tournament, if you want to watch the tournament games, these tournament games are going to be on ESPN Plus. Why? Because it is this week is championship week for the rest of all the conferences that did not play conference tournament games last week. So this is championship week this week, starting tomorrow. So you have to make sure you want to watch these games. Make sure you subscribe to ESPN Plus. Uh, it's not going to be a lot. Once you finish with that, you can cancel it until football season starts up again. But that's it. That is the only way. That is the only way you can actually watch these games. And then the tournament final are going to be on ESPNU on the women's side, on both sides, women and men. So those are the only ways you can watch the game. All right, the quarterfinals and the semifinals are on ESPN Plus. Those are the only ways you can watch the games. And then ESPNU for the finals. And that is right, Mr. Emmett. The NIT is not giving out automatic bids to conference champions. Unless your net ranking, unless your net ranking is up there, they're not giving out they're not giving out automatic bids. So it is imperative, it is indicative for both top uh, top teams on both sides to go all the way through it in advance so they won't be in that situation again. They won't be in a situation this season where they're back at home. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here too long because we had ran through some technical difficulty. But make sure y'all let's go ahead and give out the donation. trying to make sure we pay some bills as far as when it comes to the stream service, the streaming software, um, and everything else. So um, let's just get what we can. All right. One more commercial break before we roll up out of here, and we'll talk some NFL in a little bit. Get right back.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also, you can get birthday shoutouts on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal, David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle, David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
We back again. So the last couple of minutes, we're going to go into the NFL, y'all. So free agency is here, and it is wild, and y'all already know these names, but the places that they're going to is very interesting. Y'all haven't, if you haven't watched it yet, before we get to it, do you believe that Zay should have gotten over my Crump? Yeah. Yeah. As far as player of the year, yeah. Yeah. Nothing against Maya. Nothing against that killer. But but yeah, Zay Green is both of them are one hell of a player. They both hell of players. So yeah. Zay Green over Maya Crump, yeah. And even Maya would say, you know, she's not gonna say it, but you know, it is what it is. Shout out to Miss Gloria, Miss Minnie, for the $25 donation. Make sure y'all jump up in here. Let's get these donations going, y'all. But yeah. Now, now, Whitley, I'm gonna tell you, Zay Green should have got that over Ariana Grizzly. Y'all already heard my rant. So Leonard gonna go and he's gonna go and go back and look at the rant. bull crap. So let's go back into the NFL. So yeah, my Cowboys are being quiet right now in free agency. We're in the last couple of years, we're the type of team that have not thought about making a big splash like we were. So we did let it is crazy because we did let Tony Pollard go to Tennessee. So he going back home with close to home, and he's in Nashville, but he from Memphis. We let Tyron Smith go because it's time for him. I mean, it's time for us to shift to somebody younger on the left side of the offensive line. Basically, younger and stronger. And don't get me wrong, Tyron Smith is a man child, but he's for one, he's older, and two, his body has been breaking down the last couple of years. I would say the Tennessee Titans, not the Tennessee Titans, but the Baltimore Ravens did make I wouldn't say a big splash, but they did sign King Henry, Derrick Henry from the Tennessee Titans. And I figured that Tennessee was not going to re-sign Derrick Henry in this offseason. So it was, I felt in my heart that he was going to, in reality, I'm going to be honest with you. I felt in my heart that Henry is going to come to Dallas, be the featured back, but that fell through. And he's going to Baltimore to be paired with Lamar Jackson. You got arguably the best running quarterback in the game right now, with arguably the best running back in the game right now, which is Derrick Henry. To my surprise, though, I was surprised to see Saquon Barkley go from the Giants to the Eagles to the division rival, the Eagles, which is crazy because I never would think that Saquon would go that route. But the Giants have been piss poor with managing some of their players, and and they're gonna feel the brunt of not having Saquon in that lineup, because now it's all going to be on Daniel Jones to get over the hump. And to me, I feel like he's not that dude right there. But I did look on Twitter, and it was some Twitter beef. So I do follow Saquon Barkley. I do follow Saquon Barkley, not because I hate him, but he's a Giants. He was on the Giants, but he was one of the running backs that I really like to see, and he wants a ring. But he got into a tussle with Tiki Barber, who y'all know they say he's a Giant great, but he's overshadowed by the man with the gap, Michael Strahan. And so basically, Tiki said, you're dead to the Giants. We never did want you there, but Saquon was like, I got to look out for myself. Tiki's like, you're not loyal to the team, but I'm like, look at this. Hey, Tiki, you weren't loyal to the team, but you also wasn't loyal to your damn wife who was pregnant. Let me repeat this, y'all. Tiki Barber said that Saquon was not loyal to the team. He was not loyal to the Giants, right? But let's go into, like I said, hey, sir, you wasn't loyal to Eli Manning. You called Eli Manning out. You mad that you didn't get your Super Bowl ring because you retired before the year before the Giants went to the Super Bowl and won against the Patriots. But you're the one who wasn't loyal to your damn pregnant wife and went with the side chick. Hey, it is what it is. It's out there. If y'all don't know you want to know what I'm talking about, go and look up Tiki Barber and side chick. And there's a whole story put out there. You was a terrible color commentator. You didn't know what you was talking about. Come on now. Come on now. And yeah, he got bad timing. Like, bro, Saquon is looking out for himself. They devalued the running back position a long time ago. So, yes, he's going to go try to find somewhere where, first of all, he can get a bag. And then second of all, he could go try to win a damn ring. You weren't going to do that in New York. Not with no Daniel Jones. Not saying anything bad about who's the head coach over there right now, Dayball. Not anything bad about Dayball, but y'all did not value that dude. And of course, I understand he was injured for some time, But still, y'all did not value that man right there. He was your team. He was your team for majority of them years he was there. And now he gone over to the rival. Now you got to see that man two times a year for the next 3 years. That man wants to win a ring. And he wants to get paid. He wants to be financially secured. Just in case anything happened to him. He wants to be financially secured. And he wants to get a ring. I give it to him. Philadelphia got some pieces that can go out there and win a ring. Now, what I would say is that they got to find a center because Jason Kelsey retired. On the defensive side, Fletcher Cox, Mississippi State great, Yazoo City great. He announced his retirement this past weekend. So they got some things to work out, but I think they'll get back on track. Like I said, my Cowboys, we don't make too much of a splash in free agency, but we're gonna make some. I think we're gonna make some moves when the draft comes around in April. Some more NFL news. T. Higgins he's asking for a trade from Cincinnati because he ain't want to get franchise tag. He didn't want to be franchise tag. Cincinnati also traded Joe Mixon today. So I'm on my free agency tracker on ESPN app. So Chris Jones re-signed with the Chiefs, close to $100 million. Patrick Mahomes is restructuring his deal so he can free up like almost $22 million. So basically, that's going to help them on the back end to bring in free agents. Baker Mayfield, with his play from last season, is re-signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jameis Winston has signed with the Cleveland Browns on a 1-year deal. I think it's like $8 million. So he's going to back up Deshaun Watson. And if Deshaun Watson gets hurt again, he might be able to be the starter. So it makes plenty of sense to go to Cleveland. Let's see what we got. What else we got? Aaron Jones goes from the to the Green Bay Packers to the NFC North rival Minnesota Vikings on a 1-year deal. That is crazy right there. Whew. The Texans are making some moves. I love what they're doing because they're trying to build a team around CJ Stroud, and they want to go in and they want to be a strong runner for to go to the Super Bowl. They got the team to get there. They just want to go ahead and get it. Brian Burns from the Panthers signs with the Giants, which is crazy because the Panthers suck. Both organizations suck, but the Panthers suck even more. Hey, Uncle Steve, pump your brakes. 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 We'll see what they do. Because we'll see what they do. They got Grambling, so Chill out for a second. But biggest name, Russell Wilson, taking that $1.2 million deal on 1 year to Pittsburgh to be the starting quarterback. And he's not competing with Kenny Pickett to be the starter. He is the starter. Because why? The Denver Broncos got to be the dumbest team to give somebody a contract like that. The Denver Broncos are picking up Russell Wilson's the rest of the $38 million $38 million, while the Steelers only going to pay him 1.2. So either way it goes, this man is still going to get paid close to $40 million for the Steelers. So what's going on, Miss Shanetta? So those are the NFL moves for right now. We'll see, you'll probably see some more moves being made tomorrow. We shall see. I'm gonna see what my damn Cowboys gonna do because they pissing me off right now. I thought we are gonna get Derrick Henry because Tony Pollard went to Tennessee. I thought we are gonna get Derrick Henry and they dropped the ball on that. They let Tyron Smith go. I ain't say they dropped the ball on that, but it was time for him to step aside. Got to get younger on the offensive line. Other than that, we still got to re-sign. We got to re-sign CeeDee Lamb. I don't think in next season. I do not think that we are going to extend Dak Prescott. I promise you. I don't really think we're going to extend it. We're not going to give him an extension. I don't care what anybody say. We're not going to extend him. But we do got a quarterback that's waiting in the wings with Trey Lance. But we shall see what happens. I'm just to see what happens. See what happens tomorrow. I'm going to get up tomorrow before I go to work and watch First Take and see what they got to say. Other than that, y'all, I appreciate everybody for joining me tonight. Jumping back on here and joining me because of the fact that I did have technical difficulties. And yeah, thank you, Mr. Emmett. He got a house here in Dallas. He got a house here in Dallas, but you know how it is, Mr. Emmett. No state tax here in the state of Texas. Bam, love it, man. Let's see. Content creator of the week for Tuesday that I'm gonna give my shout out to. Like I said, I'm gonna give my shout out to PV versus everybody. My guy Lionel over there is doing big things over there. I watched this show from the past Sunday. Very interesting show. Got a bet going on with Scotty, which is a good thing. So all kudos to him. He has a challenge, get him to 1,000 subscribers by next week or by the end of this month. So if you can, my man is cool, calm. He copacetic. He $100,000. Go ahead and follow my guy, PV versus everybody on YouTube, y'all. You don't want to, you're not gonna be disappointed when you listen to that brother right there. And also, I had to say this to him. His intro, other than mine, his intro song is fire. Got the Marching Storm playing "Swing" by Trey the Truth. I can listen to that damn song all day. But like I said, Go out there, go follow that brother right there. He's doing big things over there for Prairie View and the PV Nation. Shout out to him. On Friday, don't know what my schedule is going to be for work on for the next work week, but I'm trying to have another influential lady come on to the show and give her retrospect as far as what it means for her to celebrate Women's History Month. So other than that, be up out of here. Be blessed, stay safe. It's spring break, party all day, party all night, but be responsible, hug your loved ones, and stay dangerous. On your boy Doc Holliday, the voice of HBCU culture, HBCU Overdrive, out of this thing. Peace. Mwah.